Will SpaceX and Elon Musk usher in a new era of astronomy? I'll tell you about their missions and what's new with them. Want to know what could happen with their new missions? It's time to get started, but after the opening theme. I said, after the opening theme. We have the opening theme, right? No? Okay, let's get started. My old sport, this is EdDevelop, where you will find the best scientific and similar curiosities. Subscribe, activate the notification bell to enrich your day every time we upload a new video, and consider our Patreon. Find the link below in the description. Now it is time for the fun part. It all started in 2002 when the brilliant visionary Elon Musk had a crazy idea: send a greenhouse to Mars to grow plants. Incredible, right? But as we know, no great project begins without challenges. Elon traveled all the way to Russia to buy rockets for his mission, but he ran into a little problem. The prices were too high. So what did a brilliant entrepreneur like him do? Elon decided to solve the problem himself, and SpaceX was born. Instead of buying the rockets, Elon decided to make the parts himself to cut costs. Smart and brave. This company was the first to build a liquid-fueled rocket that reached Earth orbit with private funding, and it was also the first private company to successfully launch, orbit, and recover a spacecraft. Quite an accomplishment for the brave old sport. But that's not all. It was also the first private company to send a spacecraft to the International Space Station and made the first propulsion landing for an orbital rocket, among other amazing achievements. But that's not all. Are you ready to hear about a truly ambitious initiative? Buckle up. It turns out that an interplanetary transportation system has recently been unveiled. Yes, you heard that right, my old sport. This crude interplanetary spacecraft technology is nothing short of amazing. And it's not just for fun. It's an ancient story. If there's enough demand, this technology could lead to the creation of long-term, sustainable human settlements on Mars. Yes, people living on Mars. How awesome would that be? But that's not all. It could also enable the creation of communication paths to Mars and other planets. That's right. We're talking about interplanetary missions and space exploration in general. If you're a fan of space achievements, you should definitely know about the milestones SpaceX has achieved from 2002 to the present. The Starship rocket is one of the company's achievements. In May 2021, it was successfully launched and landed safely. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are many other achievements that SpaceX has made in its history. For example, did you know that Falcon 1 was the first privately funded rocket to reach orbit? Yes, it did in September 2018. And then, with Falcon 9, SpaceX achieved many other achievements, such as being the first company to orbit and recover a spacecraft. That's just amazing. SpaceX also managed to send a satellite into geosynchronous orbit. That means that satellites are moving in the same direction as Earth's rotation. That's a great accomplishment. But let me tell you what other launches SpaceX has had and what their purposes were. Ships and launches. Falcon 1. This expendable launch system was used by SpaceX to put satellites into orbit and also to develop the Falcon 9 model. But did you know that it was not a resounding success from the start? Falcon 1 flew between 2006 and 2009. After 5 missions, it finally managed to reach orbit on its 4th attempt on September 28, 2018. It was a great achievement for SpaceX, but not the last. Despite its first 3 failed launches with fuel leaks or second-stage separation problems, the Falcon 1 did not give up. Almost a year later, it did it again. And that was just the beginning of SpaceX's great achievements in space. Falcon 9. Have you heard of the most popular rocket of the moment? It's called the Falcon 9, and it's the pride and joy of SpaceX. This reusable rocket has made more than 120 launches, and the best part is that it's partially reusable, which means they can save money on every launch. It's 70 meters high, 3.7 meters in diameter, and has a mass of over 500,000 kilograms. It's huge! But how does it work? Falcon 9 is a 2-stage rocket with 9 Merlin engines and aluminum lithium alloy tanks containing liquid oxygen and kerosene in the first stage. The second stage is powered by a Merlin vacuum engine that ignites after separation and can be restarted multiple times to place payloads in different orbits. Know what's even more impressive? The Interstage. It's the part that connects the 2 stages and has pneumatic pushers that allow them to separate. Although the Falcon 9 is relatively new, it has already proven to be a key piece in the history of space exploration and is expected to continue to be a great success in the future. Good for the Falcon 9 and for SpaceX. Hey, wait! Now's the time! Subscribe to the channel to be entertained while learning. It's free! Falcon Heavy. Get ready to meet the king of rockets, Falcon Heavy. This rocket can lift twice as much payload as the others and can put about 64 tons into orbit. That's a lot of cargo. Falcon Heavy was developed by SpaceX, and its first mission was in February 2018, where it carried the Tesla Roadster, the electric vehicle created by tycoon Elon Musk, as cargo. Imagine a car floating in space. But the most impressive thing about the Falcon Heavy is its engine. It's a beast. It has a total of 27 Merlin 1B engines, making it the most powerful operational rocket in the world. Yes, you heard that right. The most powerful rocket in the world. How about that? Starlink. Want high-speed internet anywhere in the world? Then don't miss out on SpaceX's Starlink project. It's a constellation of satellites orbiting the Earth that will provide a super fast internet connection. Starlink is an excellent option for those living in remote or isolated areas where connectivity through traditional channels is poor or non-existent. It is also ideal for places affected by natural disasters, or for those traveling by boat or plane who need a stable, high-quality connection. All you need to enjoy Starlink's services is a receiver, which can be purchased for €499 for a complete kit. The monthly cost is $99, but trust us, it's worth it. With Starlink, you'll never have to worry about a bad internet connection again. Connect from anywhere in the world. Starship. The Last Dance. April 20th will be a date that SpaceX and Elon Musk will never forget. It was the day when the largest and most powerful rocket in history, the Starship, finally took off. But unfortunately, not everything went as expected. The ship exploded minutes later. A bittersweet ending, no doubt. What happened? Well, it seems that there was a failure in the separation system of the two stages of the rocket, the super heavy booster and the Starship, which is as tall as a 40-story building. The ship made it through the first stage successfully, although 6 of its 33 engines shut down early. However, during the second stage, the clamps didn't open as they should have, and it all ended in an explosion. Although some consider it a failure, Elon Musk has stated on his social networks that he is happy with the result of the second attempt and has congratulated the SpaceX team. He also said that they would try again in a few months. The first launch attempt, which took place on Monday, April 17th, was a failure from the start because of a problem with the pressurization valve that prevented the rocket from taking off. Extensive checks were carried out before this second attempt, which improved the results. There is no word yet on when the next attempt will be, but the spacecraft is expected to be ready for its final mission in 2026, when it is scheduled to launch to Mars. So we will have to stay tuned for more news from SpaceX. But what is its mission? First, the Starship will take off from Earth and reach orbit in a single stage. Meanwhile, the booster rocket will return to the launch pad to be reused for future missions. Then, while in orbit, Starship will refuel before embarking on long-distance journeys, such as the one that will take it to the red planet Mars. Once on Mars, the spacecraft will land on the planet to refuel with carbon dioxide and water. Then the Starship will lift off from Mars and leave its orbit to return to Earth. That's right, Starship's mission is to get to Mars, and NASA is also working on its own rocket, the Space Launch System, SLS, with the goal of taking astronauts into lunar orbit in November 2024. Get ready for launch! The future awaits us in space. What does the future hold for SpaceX and its mission to reach other planets? Do you think they can do it? Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. That's all for today. My old sports, don't forget to like and share. See you in the next video.